From 1900 to 2024, there are approximately 200,000 deaths in Uganda caused by natural disasters. In my city, Kampala, we have been affected by floods, earthquakes, droughts, and many other natural disasters causing government drain of resources. On December 3, 2024, there was a tragic landslide on Mount Elgon in Uganda. Over 100 people are still missing right now. In the past 50 years, there have been 74 natural disasters in Uganda, some causing catastrophic damage. Hi, my name is Sophia. I am 13 years old and I live in a town called Kampala. It is the capital of Uganda, located on the border of Kenya and Uganda. I have two little brothers named Albo and Batalo. I live with my mom, dad, and two brothers. I go to Kampala International School of Uganda. I volunteer after school with my friends to help clean up our city after an earthquake that happened 2 weeks ago. My days usually start with helping my parents cook breakfast. Then I walk with my brothers to school. It is only about a 1.5 mile walk from my house, so it is not too far. After school, I volunteer for about 2 hours and it is super fun. Then I go home and cook dinner for my family. My mom always insists that she helps me, but I always say no. I love to cook. One of my favorite things to make is chapati. It is a garlic flatbread. I usually serve it with some kind of dipping sauce. On October 9th, 1962, Uganda gained independence from Britain. We gained independence because we had a growing self-government. It was the mid-19th century when the first non-African visitors entered the region. There are 43 different languages spoken in Uganda. In more northern areas, people speak Natolic, but in southern areas, people mostly speak Bantu. My favorite part of living here in Uganda is definitely the culture. For example, men must kneel when greeting a woman, or it's considered rude not to greet someone with a smile. In Uganda, 83.1% of the people have access to clean water. The life expectancy here is 69 years old, which is pretty old compared to other places in Africa. Another big part of my culture is the food, and since I love to cook, I know all about it. Some traditional foods are luwombo, posho, chapati, fried grasshoppers, malewa, and matoke. Also, music plays a big role here. Some of my favorite music genres are gospel music, kandongo, kamu, and kandali. Uganda is my home. There is always something new that I find that makes it even more special than it already is. But there are always going to be some things that I cannot change. One of the biggest things I have noticed in Uganda is there are so many natural disasters that cause so much harm to my community. The rate of natural increase in Uganda is 34.9%, which is very high compared to some other countries. This causes harm because when there are many births in Uganda, most people do not have enough resources to support their growing families. The infant mortality rate is 28.5 deaths per 1,000 people, compared to the mortality rate, which is just 4.7 deaths per 1,000 people. The fertility rate is 5.17 children per woman. This is very high, and many mothers cannot supply that many kids. 500,000 people have been affected by natural disasters since 2011, 21 reported dead, and 170 flooded schools since then. One solution is the government could provide more resources for the people who have been harmed. That is something that I do when I volunteer. I clean up the streets and cook meals for the people who don't have the resources. In Uganda, there have been numerous catastrophic natural disasters in the past 50 years, including one just last month. My life has been full of ups and downs, but I always remember to stay positive and look on the bright side. Even though Uganda may not be in the best condition at times, I know my community will come together and make the best of it.